It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the San Francisco 49ers. Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Touchdown, defense.
Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 74 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
They can't hang with us. Let's twist.
To throw is Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
That's trash.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. First down San Francisco, the pickup 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Like 20.
Hey, watch the leg.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'm going to run you over.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Rush in.
21, 21. Get hot.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Now they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Great.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. He's got the first down and more past midfield. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Newton. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 56 to Mike.
To throw again. Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
3rd and long. It's Newton. And he's going to go down again. credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! 1, Omaha.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now a toss play. It's Hines. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Nyheim Hines, 62 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
First down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you. Hey! No.
Newton now to throw. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. DeForest Buckner, his 2nd sack of the night. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Let's get it. What is it? Spy 56. All day, baby. All day.
From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. but that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Come on, come on.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you, punk.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here we go, here we go,
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Hines. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop.
There goes Mark Ingram. Touchdown, 49ers. Mark Ingram, 32 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, and result, touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know this.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Another try after the first down sack. Newton looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a trick, but no, he actually goes down to a knee. After 1, 17-7 is our score. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Like 20!
Watch the flag! Watch the flag! Watch the flag! Watch the flag! Motion! Block! Block! Block!
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on first down, Newton, and the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
At the 39-yard line.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Man up, D. Man up, D.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. This is Hines, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Not today, you are. Not today.
On 2nd and a yard. Garoppolo under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a give right side. It's Hines. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
A 52-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's the backup Greer. Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will take over at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Let me remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Garoppolo looks to throw. Man open, and St. Brown has got it. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Here we go, here we go. 12.
On first down, Hines. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. 18 yards, first down Niners. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Here we go.
Don't get nervous.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. 20.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
They'll try to run with Hines. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Nyheim Hines. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Greystone, Travis. 25.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
Ready up.
56, Mike, 56. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard. Take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Here we
The
go.
last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
To throw is Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away, now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
8, read.
Watch my board. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
I don't even know why this. Keep dribbling.
After the turnover, here's Greer. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Barber. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
Let's go, buddy.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Garoppolo now. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little. Maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here we go.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
There's a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Step one in. Look at him. Check 56. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Newton on first down. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Newton on first down. And that's complete to Sanders. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
From the red zone now, Newton. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They come up in an offset eye. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Oh, good move. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point try good by Gano. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball set.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Dante Jackson picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Check, 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 check.
Now Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. DeForest Buckner bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
That's got to be a long day.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Nick Bosa in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will tie us at 24 all. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They run again with Hines.
It's run,
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
On the counter, Ingram. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Ingram. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Following
here
the
we go.
pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Garoppolo. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one a first down pickup of 8. Back now here. So for the 49ers...